Hey there, Claudia King here, founder of Automio, creator of Scale Up, and award-winning legal innovator. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 4 steps to buy back your time so that you can focus less on all the tedious tasks and more on the work that you love so that you can grow your firm and earn more money. Now, please stay to the end of this video because at the end, I'm going to share with you how you can get your hands on our new free guide, all about how to free up 1 day per week, every week, to spend on growing your law firm. This has been a key to my success, and I have done all the legwork in figuring out how to do this. The guide is called the Time Creator for Law Firm Owners, so please stick around so that you can get that. All right, let's get into it. So peeps, here is the truth. You will find it difficult to scale your law firm, to grow your revenue, to earn more money if you are bogged down doing low value tasks. So perhaps you're a lawyer who has not hired a team yet, you're a sole practitioner, and you are doing all the things yourself. And you might be nervous about hiring somebody because you feel like you don't really have the level of revenue yet that will allow you to consistently pay somebody. And perhaps you're nervous about, hiring the wrong person and they may not do the work as well as you need them to. Or perhaps you're a law firm owner who already has a team, but you're still stuck doing all this kind of low value, tedious work, and you really want to figure out how to delegate better so that you can focus on, the high value work, the work that will actually make you more money, the work that will bring in more cash, the work that will actually help you work towards achieving your goals. So I can totally relate to this. I used to be a law firm owner who held very tightly onto everything and tried to do all the things. I think for 2 reasons. The first was that I had this mindset issue where I thought, or I believed, that I could do everything better than everybody else and therefore I needed to do it. And the second reason is because I felt like if I spent time teaching somebody how to do it, it would take me longer to teach them how to do it than it would take for me just to crack on and get it done, and therefore I'd just do it myself. So over time, I really wanted to grow my law firm, to scale it, and I figured out that to do that, I would really need to learn how to get a lot of the low value tasks off my plate and delegate it to other people. And some of the low value tasks I used to do were like the dishes. I used to put the recycling bins and the rubbish bins out. I used to, in our old office, we had a server in a room, old school, and we had a dehumidifier in there to control the moisture. And I used to empty the bucket on the dehumidifier every day. And these were just things that I thought I had to do. And with the dehumidifier one as well, it needed to be emptied on the weekends as well, Saturday and Sunday. And so I would go into the office on Saturday and Sunday to do that job as well. Real high value task. Anyway, so I've really had to figure out a process to help me buy back my time. And the reason why I like to buy back my time is I believe that investing in myself is pretty much the best investment that there is. And by buying back my time, it means that I have time to focus on what really matters. So that's moving my business goals forward, spending time with my family, with my children, with my friends, looking after myself, keeping fit, keeping my mind healthy, looking after my body, doing hobbies, charity work. That's the things that I love to do. So the same is for you. Once you're able to free yourself up from some of this low-level shit that you are currently doing, and you're going to be able to buy back your time and actually be able to use it to do bigger and better things and to actually have more enjoyment and satisfaction in your life. So let me take you through my 4 steps on how to buy back your time as a law firm owner. So step one is figuring out your effective hourly rate. So you might say, I am a lawyer, my hourly rate is $400 plus GST per hour. That's great, but that's not what I mean here. So the best way to work this out is to look at the revenue that you made last month and divide that by the number of hours that you worked. So for example, say you made $20,000 in revenue last month and you worked 150 hours, then your hourly rate or your effective hourly rate is $133. So that is really important to know as we head into step two, which is delegating. So basically, everything that you do that you could hire somebody to do for less than $133 per hour, which is a lot of things, you should not be doing. Okay, these are things that you need to get off your plate. So you need to figure out what they are. And the best way to do it is to do a time study. Now, a time study is where you write down everything you do, both at work and at home for a week or 2 weeks. The longer period you can do it for, the better. But obviously this is, a time study can be a bit of a tedious task, but, as lawyers, we have, you may still record every 6 minutes, but, certainly we have in the past recorded every 6 minutes. So this is something we can do. Okay. So do a time study, write down everything you do, and then look at the tasks that you're doing and look at the value of those tasks and whether they could be done by somebody for less than $133 per hour. Okay. So, and a lot of tasks can be. So have a think about that. Do a time study. An example, I did a time study with one of my team members. He was having trouble. He was just having trouble. He was stressed because he just couldn't fit everything in. And so I said to him, can you do a time study for a week? And then let's have a look at it and have a chat about it. And what I learned from him was that he was spending around 4 hours a day doing email. Now, what I found really interesting about that is that he has 2 assistants in his team who could be looking after email. And I said to him, you are spending a lot of time here doing email. Are most of these emails like emails that you have to send? He said, no. And so straight away, we delegated all the emails that he was having to check and to write and to receive. We delegated that to one of his assistants, which pretty much freed up 4 hours per day for him to spend on higher value tasks. Now, the reason why I shared that as an example is I know that a lot of law firm owners spend a lot of time on email. In my Scale Up coaching program for entrepreneurial law firm owners, we quite regularly get our Scale Uppers to do a time study for a week and report back on what they learnt. And one thing nearly all say is they spend too much time on email. So that's a really good learning. And if you are spending hours a day on email, that is probably something that you need to stop doing. And that is something that can pretty easily be delegated as well. And time studies, I think they're such an amazing tool. And another thing, the sort of thing that can be used over and over again, I try and do a time study once a quarter to see where I am doing tasks that are too low value for me and to see where I need to be looking to delegate or outsource. So that is number 2, delegating. Number 3 is screen record. So I mentioned before that often lawyers say to me, they want to delegate more, but it takes so much time, and it does. It's definitely an investment, but a very worthwhile one. But a good kind of like technique to cut down the time that you would spend training somebody, teaching them how to do things, is to screen record. So you go and do it, and instead of kind of like showing them how to do it or write instructions for them, just go and do it and record it. And you can record it using a software like Loom. And so hit record, it will record what you're doing on your screen. If you want to talk at the same time while you're doing it, just to add in kind of bits and pieces and little bits of info about why you clicked on that, or why you did that, or why you chose that hotel, or why you put this word here, then you can talk at the same time. It will pick that up, and then you can give that video to the person that you were delegating that job to, and then that can form part of a training process or a manual. So anybody else who needs to do that task in the future, there is a resource there on how to get that thing done. And it can be, and it's not just sort of number one, do this, number two, do that. Like, it's a video actually showing it being done, which is very powerful. So that's number 3, screen record. And number 4 is inbox manager. So I mentioned before about how law firm owners spend a lot of time doing email. And email is generally a low value task. Even if you provide some legal advice or some important legal information in an email, it doesn't necessarily need to be written by you. So looking at how you can implement a system about email, about having an assistant respond to emails, putting emails into certain folders so that you can go and read them later, getting calendar appointments and things into your calendar without you having to think about it is a really good way to free up many hours per week. So coming up with some really good systems on how to manage your inbox is super key. So just to recap on the 4 steps to buy back your time so that you can do less tedious work and more awesome work. So number 1 is effective hourly rate. Number 2 is delegate. Number 3 is screen record. And number 4 is inbox manager. Now, I promise you that if you stay to the end of this video, I would share with you how to get your hands on our free guide called The Time Creator for Law Firm Owners, which is all about how to free up 1 full day per week, every week, to get time to spend on growing your law firm. So click down below, there is a link in the description, click on that and it will take you through to download that free guide. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get more videos like this one. And I would love to hear a comment from you below about any tips you have on how you buy back your time. Lots of law firm owners I know like to talk about this. There's lots of interesting things both at work and outside of work. So I would love to hear yours. As always, I want to challenge you to carry on doing the great work you're doing, to build the law firm of your dreams, and I will see you in the next video. All right, bye. If there's anything these past months have shown us, it's that the time to make lasting, impactful change in the legal industry is right now. So I want to challenge you to shake things up and create change today. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and share this video with your lawyer friends. See you next week.